Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode of A Dog Soul. I'm Anita. I help young dog moms work on fear and reactivity of their dogs with understanding and fun. Today we're going to talk about how your emotions affect your dog. So stay tuned and have fun. Alright, so this is something a lot of dog moms really worry about. It's when I hear, well, I know it's my fault he's reactive. Or I know it's my fault he does XYZ. And I want to give a little bit of insight about how much of that is true. For our dogs, and for us as well, there is always a reason behind behavior. So nobody does something without a reason. And the reason may not be obvious for another person, and as for our dogs, the reason might not be obvious to us as the owners, and that doesn't mean that there isn't one. And yes, sometimes our reaction is increased by our emotions, but it's not the sole reason behind your dog's reactivity or behind aggression or behind fear. Well, of course, if you had an accident with your dog, for example, I don't know, you dropped a pot next to him on tile and he got really scared and ran away, and now he's afraid to come into the kitchen. It's technically, one would say, your fault, but it's not really. I mean, it happened because you had a little accident, so nobody could have prevented that. And beating yourself up about it is absolutely no use. It doesn't help your dog, and it doesn't help you for sure. So we have to kind of start having another approach on that. And yes, we can be honest to ourselves, and we can be honest about our part in our dog's behavior, but we shouldn't start blaming ourselves and drowning in guilt and pity and all that stuff, because that won't bring us to training. And training is the one thing that will really help. So, okay. Back to the point. Yes, especially for leash reactivity, we do have a part in our dog's reaction, because what happens is the first time our dog is reactive on leash, we are a little startled and there are emotions involved. It's absolutely normal. Like, it's embarrassing to have a dog go crazy on leash and having no control and having no influence on him anymore. I know, because I was in those shoes, and so many people said so many bad things to me and about me, because Sammy is a cute dog. He's this very furry, very cute thing that just doesn't look like he could do anything like that, and he was really, really hard on other dogs. So yes, he did go crazy, and it was so embarrassing and frustrating and all those emotions. It was, yeah. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And this is something our dogs feel, because they are connected to us and we have a bond. And of course, our dogs know when we are frustrated and embarrassed and sad and angry and all those things. And our dogs, of course, also know when we are afraid and we're tense because we're expecting another dog, or we're afraid that we would meet another dog. Yes, of course our dogs know that. And of course it's a little alarming for our dogs. And it might increase the intensity of the reaction. And for some dogs, when their mom is really afraid of other dogs and another dog approaches and the mom just goes, it's enough for a sensitive dog to connect that with the other dog and from there on say, well, other dogs are obviously dangerous. But that's really rare. It almost never happens. And if your emotions do intensify your dog's reaction, then of course there is something you can work on, because you don't want to feel like that and you don't want to intensify anything bad in your dog. I know. But beating yourself up about it won't stop it. That's why in my course about leash reactivity, I always have a part for the human, and it's just something that feels good and that gives you another point of view and other emotions to combine with meeting other dogs. And of course, whenever you start training with your dog and your dog gets better and you start in a setting that is really easy for your dog, so your dog will not react, then you start connecting that as well. If you're not watching out for yourself, it takes longer, but it still happens. So this is also why it's so important to start at a distance and in a setting where your dog can be absolutely comfortable and in control and happy and do fun stuff with you, and not in a situation where your dog will react so you can, I don't know, correct or whatever the reason for that would be. It has no use, because if the emotions already control a reaction and a fight or flight reaction, it's not really something your dog will learn or something good that happens out of it. So be sure you're really comfortable in a situation and you're really comfortable in a learning environment. And of course your dog is as well. That's also very important for sure. And if you need help with that, just jump on a free call with me and we'll see how I can help you. There's really no point in doing everything alone and doing everything by yourself and struggling with it just by yourself. And if you already have a great trainer and your dog is taken care of and you know something good will happen, ask him or her about how you can do a little better or how you can feel a little more comfortable in a situation, and come up with a solution together. And if that's not the trainer's expertise, that's fine too. Then find somebody who can help you with that. And you'll see, as soon as you change your approach on the whole training thing and stop beating yourself up and start doing stuff to change it, it's gonna be amazing. You'll have even more fun with your dog, you'll have even more fun training, and you'll reach your goals so extremely fast, you will not believe it. So I really hope this helps you, and if you have a friend who's struggling with that as well, share the video, share the podcast, and I would love for you to rate and review if you like the show. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. I'll be happy to see what I can do and how I can help you. All right. I wish you a great time with your dog, and we'll see each other next time. Until then, bye.